Gojira, Kyotsukero. Pedal faster, Max. Well, hello Glue Troopers, Max and Max's Models here. And today we got quite a bit done, actually. We're almost finished with the Shindan. Was planning to hang it in above the Godzilla, in the Godzilla shelf, but my wife wisely pointed out that me and glass shelves have a history. So we agreed that I would find a stand for it. So I got it to fit this stand, and it'll go on the Godzilla shelf, but on the stand. Which is fine. That works for me. But this is the Hasegawa 148 scale Shinden kit, and I'm going to tell you right now, I have no complaints with this kit. Fit was good. Everything about it was fine. Absolutely nothing negative to say about it. And we will, right now I'm just waiting on the Spinny prop that I made for the back and the spinner, which I just painted to finish hardening, and they'll probably be mounted and put on the shelf tomorrow. And I'm sure I'll get a few photos. The clear plastic piece I found to cut the Spinny out of. I have one of those good circle cutters, but my God, it put up a fight. Stuff's not that thick, but I was talking to Steve over at Steve's Model Mania, and I was on the phone while I was trying to cut it, and I was like, what is this, made out of Godzilla hide? That would be appropriate. The Douglas World Cruisers, want to thank everybody for the suggestions. I did wind up putting the next set of floats, anchoring them down with carpenter's tape, and not exactly making a jig, but I put the support beams on there to try and toughen them, but they did not survive initial movement. So through a lot of trial and error and practice, I finally got them mounted. I'm giving them overnight to harden. You see, one of the things is one of the airplane's on its wheels. Two of them are going to be on floats, one in the water, one on a trailer or a dolly, and one is going to be half of each, because I'm going to show each of the airplanes in one of its phases. One on wheels, one getting the wheels taken off, replaced by the float, so it'll have one wheel, one float. One of them on the dolly to show how they got at the water, and then one in the water. That's the plan anyway. So still a lot of fiddliness, but I'm getting the hang of it now, you know. And then also I got to work on that little Ace Hobby 176 scale Skyhawk, making it marine markings for the Vietnam build. And I made a little boo-boo on it. I tried to use, thought, hey, you know what, just a little bit of red. I'll just use a red paint marker. And it came out pink no matter how many times I tried, and almost a weird shade of orange. So I taped it off, painted it. Of course, there was a little seepage, and when I tried to touch it up with the gray paint, apparently I grabbed the wrong gray paint because the shade was a little different. So I went ahead and taped off the red and the white, and just gave it a quick little overspray with that. It was close, but enough that you could tell it wasn't the right stuff. And I also wanted to hide the brush strokes. So now it's actually looking pretty good. I'm not unhappy with it. And that Kitbash Dorier 335 that Tom Daniel gave me, that I used in the Kitbash video, that I made a contra-rotating prop on front and a jet on back, I actually found most of the parts for it. I'm giving the wheels to Trey over at Trey's Model so he can reactivate one of his. And I figured, you know what, I'm just going to make it a captured, which is what the diorama was about, post-war, fictionalized post-war. So I'm going to make it like they're ferrying it in American markings, covered up the German markings the way they did, just slapped it on top. You can see the Balkan crosses coming through, which is accurate, actually. And it is the first model that I have hung up in the Tarbis. So it looks like I will be starting to hang up models in the Tarbis a little bit. And since I didn't have any wheels or another stand, left me with a few options. But it feels good to have a model hanging from the ceiling again. And a few little touch-ups on the Shinden that goes on the shelf. I'll probably finish up the Skyhawk tomorrow. I'm not going to touch the World Cruiser again until tomorrow. I'll give everything overnight to harden. And, you know, that's where we're at with all of that. I'm actually had a pretty good day. No major mishaps, which for me in itself is a small miracle. And we will see everybody later. Take care of yourself, guys. And as always, model on.